Hi, Tara Salee, Hy-Vee dietitian, here today to talk heart health. We're in the midst of Heart Health Awareness Month, and today we're going to spend a little bit of time going over some of the things you can do to be more heart healthy, and we're also going to debunk some of the most common heart health myths. I have some of our top 5 fear foods here, and we're going to talk about what is myth and what is fact, and what foods may be okay to eat that you possibly had eliminated. Next, I'm going to show you a healthy breakfast and lunch option that are going to be heart healthy. I will be sharing a recipe for a banana split overnight oat, as well as a lunch option, a Mediterranean salad. So let's dive into the fear no more foods. So there's a lot of common foods and misconception around them. And I want to start with the most common when it comes to heart health are eggs. There has been a lot of research done lately, and it has basically debunked the myth that you can't have eggs and be on a heart healthy diet. That is just simply not true. Eggs can be a part of a heart healthy diet. I have some hard-boiled eggs here, and you can safely and healthily include 1 whole hard-boiled egg per day as part of a heart healthy diet. It was once thought that the cholesterol in eggs, which there is about 300 milligrams of cholesterol, would then raise your cholesterol in your body. That does not happen. So you can safely have that 1 egg a day. If you're wanting to make scrambled eggs or an omelet, I would still suggest doing your 1 whole egg and then adding in some egg whites. They are a great source of protein. They're a good source of those fat-soluble vitamins, so there is a lot of benefit to eating those eggs. Secondly, let's go with our dark chocolate. So a lot of times we think of anything sweet, decadent, things that are going to be kind of a treat for us, to be absolutely no-goes on a heart-healthy diet. Well, you can safely and healthily have some dark chocolate options. These actually have some antioxidant properties that are good for our heart. Now, moderation is key with these, but it is nice to know those go-to foods if you're wanting something sweet. I would suggest that you look for options that are going to be at least 70% cocoa or higher. These are going to be the ones that are just packed with those antioxidants that we're looking for. I have here my favorite one. This is the Lily's Extremely Dark Chocolate Bar. This is 85% cocoa. This is one of the higher ones that you can find. You can find this at our health market. There's no added sugar in this bar. It tastes delicious. A little goes a long way here, so you can really stick to that 1 to 2 square portion size. Here's another option. We have another organic pure dark chocolate bar, 85% cocoa here. So again, another good option. The other thing I wanted to show you, this is a new product that we're carrying. These are called Midday Squares. They have a dark chocolate top on there. This is a cookie dough bar. There's also a peanut butter option, but these are in the refrigerated section of the health market. I just love these as kind of a pick-me-up or a snack in between meals. You're getting a good source of protein here, also a great source of fiber. And if you like that sweet fix, you're getting a little bit of that dark chocolate there as well. So next up, another hot one here, soy. So I feel like for a very long time, soy has gotten a bad rap, and people have avoided soy. But again, a lot of research has been done here, and soy can be safely consumed as part of a heart healthy diet. There are isoflavones in soy. Now, these can mimic the look of estrogen in the body. It was once thought that these could disrupt hormones. They are basically saying that is not happening. So research is pointing away from that, and which is great news for the heart, because those same compounds are very good for heart health. They're a great source of plant-based protein as well as fiber that's going to help lower your cholesterol. So this would be a fantastic way to pull in some of those compounds that are going to actually be heart healthy and lower your cholesterol. Soy milk, for example, here has 7 grams of protein, which is very nice, especially for trying to pull in some of that plant-based protein. And then shelled edamame, or even edamame in the shell, is such a great snack. You can throw these on salads. You can steam these, like just have a snack in between meals. another healthy source for you. Okay, so fruit. This has been of recent. I've had many patients say they're trying to not eat fruit. It has a ton of sugar in it, it's not good for them, and so on. Fruit is certainly a part of a heart healthy diet though. This is something we would want to pull into our diet. Goal here would be probably 1 to 1.5 cups per day. I'd really point you towards berries as the mainstay that you'd want to reach for. These are higher in antioxidants, they're higher in fiber as well. Fiber is going to help lower that cholesterol, specifically your LDL, which is your dangerous cholesterol. So these are something that you would want to pull in. The other thing here is you want to try to find fruits that are different colors. We don't want to be eating the same fruit all the time because they do contain phytonutrients that are an added benefit and are giving us additional, basically antioxidant properties. So anytime you can eat the rainbow, having blueberries one day, the next time you're at the store picking up, strawberries or cherries, you're going to be getting different phytochemicals, which are going to be good for you as well. And then last off over here are nuts. So nuts, I feel like, get a bad rap too because people get hung up on calories. Yes, nuts are higher in calories than our blueberries are. However, and they're higher in fat. And I think that scares people as well, trying to eat low fat maybe to protect our heart. However, nuts, walnuts, almonds, our pistachios here, these are loaded with monounsaturated fats. These are the healthy fats that are actually good for our heart, and they're cardioprotective, so they protect our heart. So it's not necessarily the amount of fat, but it's the type of fat. So we don't need to be worried about incorporating walnuts and almonds and healthy fats and healthy nuts like that into our diet. And this is going to be a great thing, again, to put on a salad, to put in a wrap, to have as a snack. The other thing I wanted to point out is PB2. This is also great for smoothies or overnight oats. Again, those monounsaturated fats are in here, so we don't have to worry about those. Those are a part of a heart-healthy diet. So hopefully that kind of debunks some of those food myths for you on some of our hot foods, especially with our soy and our eggs over here. We will switch gears a little bit though. I want to give you 2 ideas for a heart-healthy breakfast as well as a heart-healthy lunch. So we're going to start off with our heart-healthy breakfast, and we're going to make banana split overnight oats. This is so easy, and this is something that you can meal prep and have ready to go. All right, so we're going to get started on our heart-healthy breakfast. This is our banana split overnight oats. This is such a simple thing to put together, but so heart-healthy. So what you're going to need for this recipe is some soy milk. If you prefer to use a different type of milk, you could also do that, and you would just use equal portions for substitute, whether it's almond, coconut, or traditional cow's milk. You're going to need some oats, chia seeds, pure maple syrup, strawberries and bananas, and blueberries, and then also the midday squares. So for starters, you'll want to do this like the night before, or at least several hours before you're going to eat it, because it does need time to kind of set up. This is a great thing to maybe Sunday, prep a couple of these and have them ready to go headed into the week, so you can just grab your breakfast and then head out of the house. So to make this recipe is going to serve 2, so I'm just going to make it in 1 bowl for today, but if you were going to do this at home and wanted to divide that out, you could. So we're going to do 2/3 cup of our oats. And that will go right into the bowl. This is a 1/3 cup measure. Now again, these oats are loaded with soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is the type of fiber that doesn't just go straight through your body like a broom, but it actually bulks when we eat it. This is also the one that is going to be very effective at pulling down your LDL or your bad cholesterol. A very, very heart-healthy choice, and something that would be great to incorporate a couple times a week into your diet. To that, we are going to go ahead and combine it with our milk. You always want to give any milk that isn't like a cow's milk a really good shake, because sometimes anything that it's fortified with will get kind of stuck at the bottom. All right, so we're going to need 1 cup of this. go straight into our bowl here. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of our chia seeds. Chia seeds are also heart healthy. These are considered a superfood. So this is a great source of alpha-linoleic acid. This is your plant-based form of omega-3s. So when you're thinking about salmon or tuna, those are so heart healthy because of the omega-3s in there. So the chia seeds offer that plant-based form. So we're gonna give this a stir. Now we're gonna add our pure maple syrup. So this is gonna be our sweetener. If you think fruit is sweet enough for you, you don't have to add that. You'll know it's pure maple syrup. It'll say that on the front or on the back. You can actually look at that ingredient list and make sure it says 100% pure maple syrup. This is actually from, I believe, Canada. So I'm not able to show you the nutrition label on this, but it is pure maple syrup. Okay. Do 1. That's right. If you're diabetic, also watching blood sugar, this would be an easy thing to leave out to lower that glycemic index a little bit. All right, next we are going to slice a banana, and that will go right into our mixture here. You could sub out any other fruit you'd like. So if you're not a banana person, you could use more strawberries or even blueberries. Oops. So in those go. And then this is where you give this a really good stir, get this nice and mixed up, and then you would cover it and put it in the refrigerator overnight. It's done. Your work here is done. You can see how soupy it is right now. And if you've never made overnight oats, when you come back to this the next morning, if you left your spoon here, it would stay standing up. That's how the consistency will be. But right now, it hasn't all kind of bulked and absorbed quite yet, so we don't see that. You will eat this cold. If you're not one to really care for cold oatmeal, I've also made this without adding the bananas. Just go ahead and warm it in the microwave, and then when it comes out, you can put your fruit on top, and you could do like a warm oatmeal that way as well, and you're still gonna get those same benefits from it. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend I've just pulled this out after overnight in the refrigerator. So to finish this off, this is where you're going to add your blueberries and your strawberries. So those will go right on top. And you certainly could layer this if you didn't want to take the time in the morning to do that. And then we'll take a couple strawberries. We will cut those and they will go on top as well. So we're getting the benefits of the fiber, the soluble fiber from our oats, as well as those omega-3s, the alpha-linoleic benefits from our chia seed, and now we're adding in all those antioxidants with these berries. Last off, to finish this off, we are going to do an extra pop of protein by adding a midday square. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Again, you're going to find these in the refrigerated section, but it's this little square here. And when I cut this, I'm actually going to put the chocolate side down. It'll cut easier that way. But you're just going to give this kind of a chop. This is why it gets the name banana split, because we have that dark chocolate on top. And then this will be sprinkled on the top. Not only is this adding extra protein, as well as kind of enhancing the flavor, but we're also getting a little bit more fiber with that as well. So again, this serves two, so if you wanted to divide that out so you have breakfast for a couple days, very healthy, very tasty, and very heart healthy. So easy one for you. We're gonna switch gears now, and now we will do our Mediterranean salad. Now we will be making our Mediterranean garbanzo bean salad as a healthy lunch option. This is something that you can meal prep ahead of time also, or you can make it on the spot, either way. So we're gonna start, well, what we'll need for this recipe is some garbanzo beans. I just used canned. Some grape tomatoes, Italian parsley, feta cheese, some pitted Kalamata olives, grilled artichoke hearts, an onion, cucumber, some lemon, butter lettuce. This is optional. I grabbed this. This is rotisserie chicken that's been pre-shredded, the rotisserie chicken breast. And then for our dressing, we'll use some white wine vinegar, olive oil. You can use avocado oil or grapeseed oil. All of these are going to be healthy oils. Some crushed red pepper, salt and pepper. So we will actually start with making the dressing. And you could use this dressing for different salads as well. But for starters on this, we're going to use half a cup. I am using avocado oil today. This is high in those mono and polyunsaturated fats that are heart healthy. We're going to use half a cup of this. And if you like a very lightly dressed salad, you could probably save some of this for another salad dressing. We're going to use white wine vinegar, and we'll need a quarter cup of this. This will be our acid in here. Okay. We kind of do salt and pepper to taste. And then we're also going to put in some of our fresh lemon juice. And you're going to need about a quarter teaspoon of your crushed red pepper, which I'm going to eyeball that. If you don't like spice, you can leave this off. All right, now we're going to get a tablespoon of our lemon juice. So we're just going to juice this. And we will add that to our dressing. All right, so now our dressing is ready to go. You'll want to, you could whisk this or use a fork, just kind of get it well blended. If I'm saving the dressing, I will sometimes use my immersion blender, and then it pretty much makes it emulsified and you won't have to remix it. You can put it in a mason jar and just kind of shake it up before you use it. All right, so this is ready to go. So for our salad, the premise here is kind of twofold. We're using our garbanzo beans as a protein source because, again, beans and legumes, kind of like we talked about before, are a great source of plant-based protein that are also heart healthy. They're loaded with soluble fiber that's going to help lower your cholesterol as well. Secondly, we're loading up on vegetables. It's a really good idea for heart health to try to get in a salad a day. It's just an easy way to pack in all of those veggies. They contain plant stanols and sterols that also are going to help your heart. They're just naturally in there. The goal is going to be to try to eat, 5 to 9 servings of those fruits and veggies a day. And if we're having a salad, it's an easy way to push us towards that goal. I grabbed some butter lettuce, and we will use this as the base of our salad. So I'm just going to pull this out. We'll just kind of give this a little bit of a rough chop here. If you wanted to use a spinach or another type of lettuce, you can certainly do that as well. This one just has a very mild flavor, so you're really going to taste all the other stuff we put in there. And then we're going to start stacking our veggies. So next up, we will do our English cucumber. The only difference with an English cucumber is you can kind of see the seeds in the middle. They're like not really even existent. So it's really nice to use these if you're going to like slice them up and dip them with like some Bolt House Farms ranch, or add them into things. I like these just a little bit smaller, so I'm going to cut them, and cut them once more, so they're kind of bite-sized. You don't have to do that, but the goal here is basically to just get as many veggies into this power lunch as we possibly can. So I like to just load it up with whatever is sounding good. You know, if you wanted to put carrots or do kind of a spring mix, like a blend of lettuces, you could certainly do that. The other benefit to having a veggie heavy lunch is it usually will carry you longer through the afternoon. Because of all that fiber, it's going to keep you full longer. If we're full, we're less likely to reach for those other things that aren't as healthy in the middle of the afternoon when we're having that energy dip. Okay, so here we have our cucumber. All right, so next up we're going to do about 1/2 cup of our pitted Kalamata olives. Olives are kind of similar to nuts in that, yes, they're a little bit higher in calorie. However, they are also loaded with nutrients, and they're those mono and polyunsaturated oils again. So they're going to be healthy for us. I want to drain the liquid out. You don't want that in there. So I kind of just drain that, and on go the olives. Just eyeball that. So again, around 1/2 cup. We're going to use the entire jar of artichoke hearts. I love these so much. So these are the grilled artichoke hearts. And similar to our lettuce, we're just going to give these a rough chop. They're so good. So these are in oil, but I went ahead and I drained them already. So we're not going to get that extra olive oil on there. But similar to our cucumber, we're just going to kind of give these a little bit of a chop so they are easier to eat. And again, if you don't like artichokes, just leave them out and add another veggie. The nice thing about doing this is even if you don't go ahead and prep these out into meal prepped little dishes, you could always scoop it out like even daily, but it makes a very easy kind of option for you, so you're not having to come up with something on the spot and take for lunch. All right, now we're going to add our grape tomatoes. So we're going to put those on top. And now we'll need 2 cans of our garbanzo beans. So I went ahead and drained these and rinsed them. And so this is going to be the protein part of our meal. If you are wanting to add the chicken, which when we do this as a meal at our house, we will sometimes do that chicken on there. You could just do the 1 can and then add the chicken. So that's going to be kind of your call. I'm going to go ahead and add that 2nd can there. Then we will add our parsley. So this is just going to be a lot of very fresh flavor on there. If you want to use dried, that's okay, but remember dried is more concentrated flavor, so you're not going to need quite as much of it. That's going to go on top. And then we have a couple things left. So we're going to add our onion. This is a very strong red onion. So again, I don't love onion, so there are a lot of health benefits to it. So if you love onion, then go for it, add a lot. I like sauteed onion typically, and that's going to make a more mild flavor, but for now I will just all right. We'll add some of that onion in there. Look, I'm going to cry now. And then last but not least, feta. So with our feta, you could get a reduced fat feta. I went ahead and grabbed traditional. I didn't see reduced fat, but they do make it. And this would be one thing that may be of benefit to trade up on. So doing a reduced fat feta is going to cut that saturated fat, which would be of benefit for your heart. We talked a lot about these healthy fats that we're not worried about. So we don't care if we're getting a few extra grams of fat coming from mono or poly when we're eating these olives or using the avocado oil. That's okay. But if you wanted to trade down here and get that reduced fat feta, it's going to save you a few of the grams of saturated fat, which would be beneficial. And then we have our feta on top. So here we have a lunch option. From there, if you're meal prepping this, I usually like to put my dressing on the bottom, and then I kind of mix it right before I eat it the next day. But this would go right over the top if we're about to serve it. I kind of think that's enough. I don't like things dressed too heavy, but. And so there we go. A great big salad loaded with our soluble fiber, heart healthy fats, lots of those veggies containing those plant stanols and sterols, so a really heart healthy option that you could use as a lunch. Hope you have some good ideas today that you could use in your day-to-day life. If you have other questions or ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Hy-Vee dietitians are here to make your lives easier, healthier, and happier. And also, very exciting news, we are now billing insurance in Missouri. So we will be able to bill if you have other needs as well. So have a great day. Thanks so much.